Hi everyone. Today we will learn Django models. As you know that Django is a powerful Python web framework for creating complex application and it is free and open source. It follows model view template architecture. Before moving to an implementation of Django models, you have to first install Python on your computer. You need to have one code editor. I have VS Code instance. Then you can create a basic project and app in Django. If you do not know these things, just watch my previous tutorials. I will post the link in the description box. This is a very simple application that we have created in the beginning. As you can see that we have a cart folder. That is our application folder. Here we have function based view which shows the current date and time. And this view is mapped with routes in urls.py which we call from our browser from the address bar. So let me run the application and show you how this application looks like. We have a development environment ready to test. I have opened my browser. Let me enter my landing URL. So on my landing URL, I have mapped this date view. Okay, because this route is empty. That is why it is showing the current date and time. We have also configured our cart application over here in the installed app. A Django model is a Python class that represents a database table. It contains the essential fields and behavior of data you are storing using Python code. Instead of writing complex SQL queries, we use Django's built-in ORM, which allows us to interact with the database in more readable and organized way. Django model comes with multiple benefits. It supports database operation like create, update, delete, and read. It automatically generates SQL query behind the scenes. It provides built-in validation and metadata handling, and it also supports a relationship between tables like foreign key, many-to-many fields. One more important point to be noted here, when we create the Django project, you got an empty SQLite3 database. So to create Django models, you have to come to the models.py file in your application folder. I'm gonna create three models, right? Users, item, and user order. Suppose we have shopping cart application in which we have number of users, we have number of items, and we have user orders. So you can design the schema in a very simple way like this. We have user model, it will work as user table. We have two fields, full name and email. When we print the user object, we will get the object with its full name. Okay. We have item model that will contain the list of all items. We also have a table which will contain users orders. Suppose a user is purchasing an item on the cart and we are mapping item with the user along with its generated order ID. Okay, we have also defined a foreign key in order to map item and users. We have also enabled on deleted cascade settings for both the models. When we print this object, you will get order ID, item ID, and username. So once you create these models into the database, so one ID primary column will also be created in the backend, right? Which is not defined over here because we are inheriting model class. So once you have defined your models, you need to tell Django you are going to use those models. One more thing you have to check in your settings.py file, your card should be added in your installed app, right? In my case, I have a name of my application that is cart. So you have to mention this over here. The next step is to apply the migration. Okay, whenever you create a model, delete a model or update anything in any of your models.py file, we need to run two commands, right? Let me stop the application, execute this command that is python manage.py make migration. Basically, it generates the SQL commands for pre-installed app. Fire other command that is manage.py migrate. Once you execute this migrate command, it will execute all these models into our SQLite3 database, right? You will also notice that in the migration folder, we have a new file 001 initial. It will contain all required database script which was created by this command. Okay. If anytime you want to check SQL statements, what is gonna execute? So this command you can type. this is 001, you will be able to see all the necessary command, right, in your SQL form. Now, one question must be coming to your mind that is there any way or tool available to add new data or pull the data from these models in Django framework? So answer is yes. We can add new data to the models from any database tool like SQLiteStudio, but we also have other tools like admin interfaces and Django ORM. Let's check out SQLiteStudio tool, which I have installed on my computer, and I will open this SQLite3 database. Okay, I have folder open. This is the location of my tutorial project, and this is the database. It will open up this database. You see that? So these all three tables have been created. Okay, you can check the columns. All right. You can also check we have also created two foreign keys in user order table. Okay, if you want to check the data, what is the data inside? You will not see anything because we do not have any data. So this is the first way to check your data, or you can insert the new data from here itself. Another point, if you want to access these old models with Django admin interfaces, then you have to register your old models in admin.py file. Okay, these are the simple statements you have to add to your admin.py file. So this code does not produce any output. It simply registers the all three models with your admin side. We have already seen admin interface in previous tutorial. Now let's see how to access Django ORM via Django shell. I'm going to fire one command on my terminal, that is python manage.py shell. Okay, that will open an interactive Python shell in the context of your Django project for this project only. You see, the interactive section is open now. What you can do, you can interact with your database tables from here itself. So what is the first step? You have to just import your old models. Like we are importing our models like user, item, and user orders. Just press enter. Now you will be able to get the data from these models. How to get the data? Say users dot objects dot all. This method will actually retrieve all the data from this table. You see, we do not have anything yet. I'm gonna create a new user into my table, this user table, right? I'm saying that that is my new object. I have created an object of users model, full name I have provided, and then email. Just press enter and say u1 dot save. This method will save this record into the database table. Okay. Now you want to get the data again. You will get user is Raj. If you want to create another user, u2 dot save. Just try to fetch all user. You will get both user. Okay. You want to check the database. You have card user. Select. We have two users over here. In the same way, we will create two items in our shopping cart application, right? And I will get all the items. You will see two items. In the same way, now I am going to place an order with my cart for an user. I just press enter, o1 dot save. If you say user order, you will get the first record from the table, right? You can check it. This is the table. Run the query. You will be able to see the order number 1 for item ID 1 and user ID 2. Okay, this is the first record. In the same way, you can create a number of orders for your cart application. All right. You can filter record based on a specific condition using filter method. Okay, so instead of all, you can say filter order ID. You see, we have one. If I type in wrong order ID, you will not get anything. This is how you can filter your records. Okay, you can also use exclude method, right? This allow you to retrieve all records except those that match a condition, right? Instead of filter, I'm say exclude. And I'm saying order number 2 should be excluded, right? So we do not have anything which has order ID as 2. Okay, so we will get order number 1. If we say we should exclude order number 1, you will get nothing because we have only single record in this table. This is how we can use exclude method. We can also retrieve a single object from this table. Okay, let's try with user. I want to get a first record from my user table, right? User.objects.get. This is another method, primary key attribute, that is 1. You see that we have Raj. Okay, if you say primary key equals to 2, you will get John. So this is how you can get a single instance. You can also update the data, right? Let's say I have user number 2 and I need to update his email ID, right? I've just retrieved the object and say uu.email. I'm saying that updated @test.com, right? I've just updated the object. Just check user number 2. So we have user number 2 that has shown @test. So as soon as I type save method, this email ID will be updated against John, right? We run the query again. We see that we have updated @test.com. This is how you can update your data from this interactive console. Okay, you can also delete an item. Let's say I want to delete user number 1. Okay, so what I can do, I will be retrieving user number 2 as a UU in my object UU, and that we can say you dot delete. This is a delete method we can perform, and this user is deleted now. Okay, just refresh the database. So second record is no more. Okay, one more thing I wanted to show you, which is your order is also deleted because we have enabled the cascading on our order table. Okay, this. As soon as the user number 2 is deleted, it deletes the user order as well because this setting is on. That is why we do not have any order for the user in this table. This is the command, you do not have anything. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned how to set up models in Django and how you can create these models against your database with help of migration command. You have also seen how to interact with database with help of Django ORM. So hit a like button and give me the comment down below of this video. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.